Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video, and we're back with my chart haul for May 2K25. We are closing up to the end of the month, but there is busy times and there is some unfortunate stress factors coming up. So it took me a while to shoot this video, but now let's get into this. With a 7-inch you've already seen. This is Paradise by Meet Karaoke Quality Time, released on the Umland Records label. You've seen this in an unboxing video, a 7-inch with an AI remix kind of on there. Super beautiful 7-inch thing with interesting color. And what this is well, neo breakcore, cut up noise, all over the top, 100,000 sonic events per millisecond. So super overwhelming, but highly interesting, very, very advanced for people who are well, familiar with avant-garde music and hyper breakcore and whatever. So this is great stuff, but can be even for schooled listeners, a little bit overwhelming at times. Super limited. I guess there is less than 100 copies out there of this, so you won't see this out in the wild. The next one is a 10-inch. Here you go, on the CWPT label, Acopia Be Enough, with remixes by JD Twitch and Optimo, I guess. Is Optimo. One side is super atmospheric jungle and with an advanced rolling vibe. The other side is more well, bass music with an industrial twitch, but also a little bit of left field pop in there. And there is this remix by Iconica, crafted for some pop singer, which is also in that kind of realm. So super heavy, bassy, but also with a left field pop twitch twist. And if you at some point listen to the drum and bass remixes of Everything But the Girl in the past, the remix on the A side, the jungle remix, will be something that you will not be averse to, I guess. Interesting stuff. 10-inch, no information given, basically. The next one is a triple album. The Strangler of the Swamp, and a band Crematoire on the Luxrec label from Switzerland. A heavy triple vinyl thing, eine Aufnahme voller widerlicher Verderbtheit is the title. And this is a compilation thing from Switzerland, cooked up by Michael Antena, which is the producer and man behind this album and behind this bands. There's a poster thing I will not unfold, with a lot of information on whatever this is. And Michael Antena has been exploring tape industrial stuff from the 80s onwards, and has released a lot of stuff, self-released mostly on vinyl and on tape. And this is basically a compilation of things he has done that have been lost to time, or have been released on self-released albums that have been vanished from whatever. So this is, well, industrial, rhythm industrial, lo-fi, tape industrial stuff. Moments of EBM in there, moments of well, electronic body music, industrial, most of the time kind of danceable, but also in the very left field corners of the genres. Basically a lot of artwork prints here have been taken from original tape releases, and this is, he swapped a lot of stuff with people in the 80s, and I discovered, as far as the liner notes go, that he is in for that kind of music for very different reasons than a lot of other people who were active in that realm, and also artists he loved. So he was kind of an outsider, maybe a little bit. There's live excerpts from Zurich on this album here on this one side. And yeah, this is not really a best of compilation, but more a anthology of music that he did in those times, which is super interesting stuff. Basically, love all those detailed prints. And on one side, given that he was sitting pretty much isolated in his, I guess, small town in Switzerland, doing that kind of music, totally removed from the main realm of industrial, which happened in other places. Basically, this is very forward-looking, very unique in some regards. So if you love industrial, if you love, like, I wouldn't say goth necessarily, but if you're interested also in minimal wave and that kind of underground stuff, this is a highly interesting thing. Eine Aufnahme voller widerlicher Verderbtheit. There's a lot of stuff to discover here, but also if you want to sit through like 3 hours or something like that, you need a bit of like patience to embrace this fully, and probably more than one listening setting. The next one is a totally different thing. Caval's Pisto Laser on the Sneaker Social Club label. Sneaker Social Club 045, which brings back a revival of a musical style that has been not really out of fashion but never took off in Central Europe and Germany, but has been like big for a while in the UK, which is called UK Funky, which is bass music with a swinging beat, which is not UK garage, references of house in there, more darker, very dry, very rhythmic, somehow like related to the Mumbaton vibe, but not really. But Mumbaton as well has this kind of like very dry, rhythmic, repetitive elements with vocal snippets, but in another rhythm kind of. But this is basically rhythm-based music. A lot of like micro vocal snippets. A lot of repetition. More DJ tool, but something I love. And the last one is, well, the best cover I've seen within the past month. This is Eva, Take Me Mr. Love, a reissue on the Mothball record label. Originally released in, I guess, 85, and this is like Italo disco, like an Italo disco blueprint, super pretty singer, and well, whatever you want from the genre, I guess. Innocent, naive female lyrics, some cheesy melodies, bad English, and all the ingredients you need for a proper Italo thing, I guess, from 1985 originally. There's a new remix on there, but the original tunes are the ones to go for. Take Me Mr. Love by Eva. This should be, in a better world, a summer hit and played on the radio all the time. And well, nothing to say about the cover. In a better world, this would be my wife, I guess. So, but that's just on a side note. BAZE.djunkiii out. I'm gonna go into editing later, I guess. More unboxings to come. Maybe a little break to come within the next month. Not only for my website, but also for YouTube, depending on things and how things develop. But this break will not be long, but I might be kind of offline for a while, but we'll see. BAZE.djunkiii out. See you in the next one.